Hello, everyone. Today I have a very distinguished guest from Georgia. Hello, Professor Emilia. How are you? Thank you for being here today.
Good evening. Since now it's evening already. Good evening. Thank you for your invitation. Really, I'm very glad to be your guest and ready to answer to your questions.
Thank you so much. So first of all, I want to introduce you to the audience. Professor Emilia Alaverdov is a professor in political science, and she also is the head of nonprofit organization Multicultural Group and professor and head of International Relations Bachelor's program in Georgian Technical University. She serves as the head of Department of International Relations and Research Center for the Study of Georgian Complex Development Issues in Tbilisi State University. She is a member of the Higher Education Sectoral Council for Conflict Studies and National Center for Education Quality Development. She is also an editor for IGI Global Publisher. She is a member of editorial board of 16 international journals, and she made the editor for 11 books. She wrote more than 30 scientific papers and co-authored 11 books. And in addition to participating 10 Erasmus projects and more than 50 international scientific and practical conferences, mainly as a keynote speaker in the abroad conferences held abroad. And she also organized various international scientific events. Her research interests are religion, migration, religious tourism, and European and Russian studies. She also speaks fluently English, Russian, Georgian, Greek, Azerbaijani, and Armenian. So thanks again for being with me today. In fact, my question, I will just ask two questions, and I think it's a very important topic. My questions will be about migration. So when we use migration concept, the definition of it, or did it change recently in 1990s? How was migration? And in today's world, is it different from 1990s? So these are my questions, and thank you again.
Thank you once again for your invitation. Thank you for introducing me and my biography to your listeners. So, as I understood, your question is what is migration, or how it differs from 19th, right? And why it's important.
Yes, both. Anything related to migration, yes, because
Okay.
there are really important papers about that. So just migration, it did change, and what is it today?
Okay. Thank you for your very interesting questions. I think migration is a very important phenomena for nowadays. You know, it is not a new one. We know that from the beginning of human being, people are characterized to migrate, to relocate from one place to another, and it is not a new one, but people start to pay attention to this issue, especially after Arab Springs. Of course, in 19th, also 19th are characterized with big waves of migration as well. But it's a peak, how to say, it brought a big challenge, a certain challenge after Arab Spring. Now I will tell you why. I myself migrant as well. I used to be, not now. Now I am in my country. I used to be a migrant as well because right start from 90s. After the collapse of Soviet unions, you know, in post-Soviet republics, there was a very difficult life because there was no lights, no bread. People didn't know how to live. We were a newly established country, and like child without parents, we can compare the situation to that side. And it was very tough times in my country, not only in my country, in all countries. And really, we moved to Cyprus. And you know what I want to tell you? When we moved there, we were really welcomed. And why? Because we were just labor migrant. We were not refugees. And we weren't escaping from wars. We were just escaping poverty, and we wanted to make better condition of life. Okay, that's why we were not angry with the host society, and the host society was not angry with us. So we were just labeled migrant who wanted to work, who wanted to integrate into the society. And especially for me, like I told you, that when I went to Cyprus, really, I wanted to look like them. I wanted to learn their language, their habits, and we wanted to integrate into society. And if we compare it with after Arab Spring, with the situation after Arab Spring, it is very difficult. Now I will tell you why. Because these people escaped from war. They did not go just to work. These people were happy in their places where they lived, right? And the situation made them just to flee from their country where they were happy, where they did not seek for any kind of material improvement, right? And these people just escaped the bomb, just the death, and went to the country with their strong roots. We know that these countries, Arabic countries, have just religious roots, right? And when you come to the society, which is very different from the point of your view, and you have to integrate in that society, you are a bit of afraid that they are going to steal your habits, to steal your religious, etc. You know, that you are to be just forced to accept something new that you do not want. And it is very difficult from receiving society, for a receiving society, and for the refugees as well. You know, and these people do not know when they can return to their home places, because we knew that if we made money, we could return to our living place, because there was no war and nothing. Yes, but that is where they leave their houses, and they don't know what is going to be tomorrow for them. This is a big problem. Another big problem is that we were just scattered among the countries, yes, but these people are shut in a camps, in a refugee camps. And it is very little chance for them to integrate into the society, because they speak same language, they just like live together with their people, and they are not scattered. And how can they be integrated in the society? How can they learn the language? Even they cannot go to medical units. They cannot admit to medical units because they do not know language. Even if they go, how will they speak? There is no common language to speak. Yes. As for us, we, for instance, we could go because we started to learn language. We were among our people, among the receiving society, but they are among themselves. And, you know, even the situation in these camps are poor. Yes, and this is a big problem. And, you know, in this case, what's happening? These refugees like became a bit angry because they are marginalized, because they do not have chances for integration, they do not have chances to follow the life which they had. So I mean that their living conditions are not improved, their living conditions are worsened. And if we compare with us, our living conditions were improved because, oh, it was good, we did not have light, and oh, you see, they have light, we did not have good life, and you see, the life is better here. But these people had everything. And now when you just draw them, lead them into the country where they do not want, because they did not go with their own will, it is very difficult for them. It is very tough for them. And you know what happens? These people become angry, and the receiving society also become angry that, oh my God, what's going on? Why these people come to here? Or someone thinks that these people will make like criminal acts, and other will think, okay, if even they integrate, they will steal our working place. Why we need them? You know, and the situation really become very tough. And these people do not know when they will go back and if they will have chance to go, because their countries is still what is going on. Yeah, you see, this
Yes.
is the difference. from 19th migration and nowadays migration. And again, you know, people from post-Soviet Union, we didn't have any cultural, any religious root, because, you know, culture and religious was all prohibited in post-Soviet, in Soviet era. And we didn't have, oh, we take what is accepted. We are just, it was our habit. They give us and we took. But these people have their own cultural, their own national roots, and they cannot accept what you give them.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a very tough situation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, also, this topic drew me into very deep features, and you know, I become interested so much in these issues that I started to publish. I have published many articles and even books in IGI Global came out. My books in January, and really it went into Scopus directly.
Oh,
I'm
great.
an editor. Yeah, I'm an editor, and I have my own chapter as well. So as I know, this situation is really tough, and people pay attention now to it. Before it was only just like financial situation, but now it is. We can see to this issue from religious, from ethnical, from conflict situation, from anything. And we have to know that unmanaged migration always bring to the very tough situation, and receiving country also should be ready. It's not only the issue that, okay, I open my door and I receive everyone. Okay, but you have to manage them.
Yes.
And they are ready to receive, but are not ready to manage.
Yes.
This is a big problem. Yes, not only receiving issue should be paid attention, but management as well. And as I see, no one of European country is ready to manage the situation.
I agree with you. Yes, it was very insightful. I agree with you. So also Turkey received many refugees from Syria. Yes. So you talked about your book chapter. Is it published from IGI Global as an editor?
Yes.
So,
In January, I think in the end of January, it is published, and now you can see it in Scopus. The contest is also, of course, closed because publisher sells this book, but it is published, it is ready. Even I will receive hard copy now. Yes, it is in Amazon and it is everywhere. Yeah,
great.
it's even handbook of migration, etc. Because it has about 20 chapters and it become handbook of, yeah.
Congratulations. So it is not
Thank you
open
so much.
access, so I cannot
No.
maybe read. But if is it possible to summarize your research? For example, what did you write in this chapter generally? The title,
Yes,
what was
yes.
the title of your chapter in that book?
Yes,
In Scopus Index.
yes, the impact of modern migration on the state and social security. My chapter is so. And to summarize it, it is about unmanaged migration that can cause a big danger to society and state as well. Because we know if society is in danger, it means state is in danger as well. You know, and it is interconnection of society and state. If society is happy, state is happy as well. Not always, I understand, because some of the Arabic countries are very happy, but someone is not very happy and interfering to their national issues. Yes, but generally, I think generally, yes. And so it is interconnection of society and state security.
Yeah. The title is really interesting. So when it is open, I want to read it. So these were my questions. I want to thank you so much. Also, I will put down the link to your book. Maybe someone can buy it and read your chapter. So the
Yeah,
title
thank you
also,
so much.
you're welcome. So the title also seems very interesting. So if you have some final comments, or if you make some other comments, you can, of course, but my questions are, that it was generally that question. These questions were my questions.
I think no, I don't have any general comments. Just I think that countries should write their own strategy, how they will manage, and then start doing things. But here happened, vice versa, different. They accept, and then they don't know what to do with these people.
Unfortunately.
Yes, Yes, unfortunately, yes. So there is no comment. I think before we start something, we should know how to manage it, how to handle with it. Yeah, thank you so much. I think we cover all
Yes,
questions.
yes.
If you have any additional question, I'm ready.
Thank you. No, I don't have any other questions. Maybe I can send an email and ask about your opinions because I follow your publications, I follow your papers. Also, here I want to also thank you so much for your invitations to some conferences because it's really hard, for example, sometimes to present papers. But thanks to your support, I have had the opportunity to present my papers in a few conferences that you organize with your multicultural group. Thank you for that, for this opportunity.
It was my pleasure to have you as a speaker. And for my next conference, you are invited. You are warmly invited to present once again. Yes, really thank you for your cooperation.
Thank
Yeah,
you
I
so
try
much,
to do, yeah. I
Professor.
try
Thank you
to
so much.
act. Thank you. I try to activate my own NGO, as you told, a multicultural group, because multiculturalism matter a lot today. Yes, I conduct conferences as well and try to be engaged in just short course like Erasmus, etc. So, and if I have any opportunity, sure, you are welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Also, thanks a lot for today giving me your time because I know that you are very busy, and thank you again for your great conferences. So this is the end of today's session. I thanks